Howdy, hi. This is Deer Drop Sports WNBA Picks and predictions for Thursday, August 13th, 2026. Taking a look at every single game on the slate. Let's get into the video. Alrighty, so the first thing we got to do, take a peek at the previous day's results. Not a good day in the slightest. We go 2-5, bringing our season record to 267 and 276. I'm going to recap these games real quick, then we'll get on to the action we got for tomorrow. Our two winners, both of them looked absolutely dead at halftime. We had the Portland Fire plus 11.5. The halftime score of this game, let me pull it up so I don't get this wrong. It was 57-33. They found themselves down 24 points, and they only lost the game by 4 points total. 85-81 was the final score. Minnesota Lynx scored 28 total points in the second half. Portland Fire's charge in the second half was yet led by Taya Oblak and then Frida Berner. Sure, WNBA. Do with that what you will. We then had Camila Cardoso, points and rebounds over 22.5. I don't recall what she was at during halftime, but I know it was not looking good because she only played 8 minutes in the first half. Then she comes back in the second half. She plays 14 minutes, 20 points, 6 rebounds is the total, 7 of 13 from the field, 6 of 8 from the free throw line. Maybe you should have given the ball to her more instead of letting Dejanay Carrington off the bench go 1 of 9, 0 of 1 from deep with 4 turnovers. Maybe we shouldn't let her shoot the ball a billion times. I literally would have given Camilla the ball down low every single time down the court. She went 7 of 13. What are we doing? Like, if you look at the bench was the problem. The starters for Chicago this game, Azurá Stevens, -6. Natasha Cloud, -6. Cardoso, -6. And then you go to the bench. Dejanay Carrington, -12. Gabriela Jaquez, -19. Like, what are you doing playing Dejanay 24 minutes in a game where she is horrible? Makes no sense. She ended the game with more minutes than Cardoso. Like, I get Cardoso was in foul trouble, but so was Dejanay. Dejanay picked up 3. Like, what are we doing? Losers. We had the Dallas Wings -9.5. I had the over 184.5. They win this game, but they don't cover either of what we need. 94-88 was the final score. They kind of choked it away in the last quarter, losing 30-24. Wings shot 44% from the field, 35% from deep. They lose the offensive rebound battle 14-7. Didn't really think that would happen, considering they had Awak Kawir, Alana Smith, Segrist off the bench. Liu Ru did not play. That's an interesting decision, considering the Tempo have realistically 3 starting centers with Naira Sabali, Isabella Harrison, and then Timi Fogbenle. But sure, do whatever you want. So they don't cover either of the numbers. We had the over in the Minnesota Lynx game. This never stood a chance. The final score landed on 166. Neither team could shoot the ball from deep, 28% combined. They went a whopping 64% from the charity stripe, and they had 25 turnovers, so that was just awesome. And then finally, we lost both of our bets in the Sky game. We had Chicago plus 10.5. We had the over, 166.5. Neither of them hit. They lose this game 71-91. I thought the over was going to get there, and then they scored 32 points in the final quarter of this game. So that was great. That was good fun. There were 33 turnovers combined in that game. It is a 40-minute game of basketball. I don't know how you do that, but they did. And that's it. That is how I go 2-5. Let's move forward. Okay, so we're going to go through these games a little quicker than normal. For some reason, that Chicago Sky Valkyries game took 2.5 hours to play. NBA games don't even take that long, and you guys play 8-minute shorter games. Come on. But anyway, I'm going to take the Connecticut Sun plus 9.5 at home. I will also take the under 174.5. It is very rare I hit the under, but yesterday all 3 games did go under, so it looks like the teams are actually remembering, hey, we do have to play defense. Dream starting 5, Canada, Gray, Howard, Hillman, and Angel. Sun starting five, maybe. Lacan, Ledger Walker, Miller, Nelson Adota, and BG. Previous game, we laid, I believe, 13.5 with the Atlanta Dream. They did not cover the number despite scoring a billion points. I do not think they're going to be able to put that many points on the board, and they still will not stop the other team. So I'll take Connecticut. The Sun, they won their previous home game against the Mercury. Maybe they can ride that to the promised land. Dream, I already mentioned they scored 107 but did not cover. Defense has been their largest problem, but if there's one thing the Connecticut Sun are good at, it's kind of slowing down the pace of the game and just making it really ugly. They do this by not having anyone on their team who can actually shoot a basketball. If you look at their starting lineup, who are you concerned with making a three-pointer? I think the only person you can point to is Layla Lacan. Ledger Walker, no. Miller, no. And then obviously not BG. Nelson Adota, I do not think so, but you might be able to tell me I'm wrong, and I might give into that. So the Sun, I actually like taking them in their home games. They only have, I think, 5 home games left in that arena, and then they move to Houston. So all of these are going to be important. They're going to want to try to win them for the fans that actually show up. I will take them at home. Next one, I really don't even know why I typed anything for. Liberty, -8.5 in the over. The Sparks are horrible. Wheeler, Atkins, Burrell, NECA, and Hamby. Liberty starting 5. Astier, Sabrina, Allen for like 8 minutes. She's getting the Steph Talbot treatment. Stewie, and then John Quell. It is not often I take the Liberty, period. It is very rare where I actually lay a number with New York. Here, I think you have to do it. Sparks are 12-20 on the year, 2-8 in their last 10. They just lost a home game to Phoenix when they didn't even have Kelsey Plum. They have actually played the Liberty twice this year. They have split the games, which is weird considering the skill gap. Lynn Roberts, she is 100% going to be fired at the end of the season. If you go to the LA Sparks Instagram, in every single game after it finishes, they post the final score, win or loss, which I respect because other teams don't do that. Most professional sports teams only post the result if they win, and they never do anything if they lose. At least the Sparks have the balls to put their losses on their Instagram. So LA Sparks, I commend you for that. I give you props. But if you go in the comment section, every single comment is just fire Lynn, fire Lynn. Who the hell is our coach and why is she still here? It's like, sir, you are correct. Liberty, they just lost to the Fever by 14. They honestly didn't even play that bad. Indiana just shot it 64% from deep. If I know one thing, that is one thing these Sparks won't do. So I'm going to take the Liberty and the over. All right, next one, another pretty rare occurrence. Also, hello, Kathy Engelbert. How are you doing? I'm going to take the Mystics plus 7.5. I think I've taken Washington maybe 4 times the entire year. I mean, they were in federal prison and or on the banned list for a solid 2-month stretch. But I'm going to back them here. They just played this Aces team. They dominated the glass. They lost the turnover battle, and they couldn't shoot a three-pointer. If they can just figure out one of those things, they should be fine. Mystics starting 5, same as always. Aces starting 5, same as always. Don't need to read them. Injury report, Mystics have nobody. The Aces have Evans and Bell both ruled out, with Passot as questionable. And that's what we got. So the Mystics, their previous game, they dominated the offensive rebound battle 14-6. What destroyed them was the fact they had double the amount of turnovers that the Aces did, and they shot sub 30% from deep. You don't need to shoot 45% from deep, but you also can't shoot 21% from deep. We got to find a happy medium at like 32. If you can just keep it above 30 with your rebounding and front court presence, you're going to be in every single game you play. Aces, they got lucky. Asia, I don't like the matchup. Shakira and Kiki are just so goddamn big. And then when you think you're going to get reprieve when one of them goes to the bench, out walks 6'7" Lauren Betts, and you're like, damn. Yeah, I got the Key Tower in downtown Cleveland coming at me full court. And what am I supposed to do? I'm just Nalissa Smith. I can't stop that. You're like, you're right. And they also signed Benijah Laney Hamilton. They have fully embraced going big, and I'm for that. I will take them and the over. All right, then we got one player prop. I mentioned her earlier. She is the only person that can shoot on the Sun. Even though she does not shoot often, it's kind of like the French version of Courtney Vandersloot. Actually, I don't know. Where is Vandersloot from? I don't know. It doesn't really sound French. Could be. Not sure. I'm taking Layla Lacan, PRA, over 18.5. I like her. I don't really like many other people on the Sun team. And the Dream defense has been horrible. So she should be able to get hers all she wants. I'm going to take PRA over 18.5. Alrighty. That is it for this video. I appreciate you guys tuning in and watching. I will catch you in the next one. Peace.